Hello and welcome back to Plugged In with Michael. Today we're opening up the Lenovo Yoga 13W 2-in-1. This is the Gen 3, and as we can obviously see, the Lenovo boxes are the same throughout actually the last couple generations from Gen 1, Gen 2 and Gen 3. We're taking out the charger at the moment, and one thing we can notice straight away is that the charger is actually a little bit smaller than what we're used to seeing. It still is a 65 watt charger, USB-C obviously on either end, and obviously with the transformer separately attached, which is surprisingly extremely convenient because, as you can imagine, had you had the transformer at the power point side, you wouldn't be able to plug it into many power points without interfering other power boards on other power points on that power board. It still is, like we say, a 65 watt USB-C charger. The size, I would say, is about 33% smaller than previous generations chargers. In my opinion, I think it's actually a better style, only because anything smaller these days is better and less likely to be cluttered and in the way. That's what's on the right hand side of that box. On the left hand side we have obviously the grand prize, which is the beautiful 13.3 inch convertible 2-in-1 that Lenovo have tried to combine power, portability and flexibility. It is obviously the 2-in-1, so it does have the option of having that hinge reversed to have a 360-degree orientation. I'll show that in a couple seconds here, and we can see a beautiful whale on the packaging because we do not want anyone obviously eating the plastic. We can see on the side here, nice fan. We've got a garage stylus as well. I'll go into that a little bit more soon. I do like the fact that the fan vents are a little bit bigger than previous generations. Obviously, this is also a nice, I believe the color is Lunar Grey. Lunar Grey is ideal in comparison to the black that we've had previously. We can see the matte screen as well. Now, my understanding is the screen is matte, and surprisingly, this doesn't actually have power when I'm trying to turn it on. So usually I would have assumed for a lithium battery, they would have power already pre-charged, potentially 40%, but it is what it is. I do like the fact that the screen is quite bright. It is 13.3 inches, so larger than previously. We can see that it's what they call a Wuxka IPS display, so 1920 by 1200, it's 16 by 10 aspect ratio, and I believe it's 400 nits of brightness, so plenty for everyday use. Keyboard is nice and slim. It looks like it's a combination of both aluminium and reinforced plastic, and honestly the weight of this thing, it's only 1.45 kilos. Not sure how that compares to most other devices, but I would say our 1.45 kilos will look nice and light. There is a privacy shutter, as you can see up the top there on the webcam. Look, most of the days, as you see walking around, students obviously have a little piece of tape covering that anyway because we don't want anyone spying on them and whatnot. But the garage stylus, as you can see, is charged within the device, so there is no batteries required for the stylus. There is a world-facing camera, as you can see that I'm pointing out there too. We have obviously some nice keys. It looks like there's a specific key for what they call Copilot these days, AI, because who doesn't use AI? It is an Intel Core chip 13th gen. It's an i5 1334U from memory, and this particular spec is paired with 16 gigs of RAM and an SSD of 256 gig. The garage stylus is great, obviously, for handwriting notes, sketching and whatnot. You get a 54 watt hour battery, which is more than enough for a full work day. The 16 by 10 aspect ratio, in my opinion, is great. You know, you can have that stretch, that 1920 by 1200. Just makes that tablet mode even better. It's sturdy, lightweight. It's obviously got Wi-Fi 6E and a Bluetooth 5.2 for obviously fast wireless connectivity. You can see the manual here with a little overview and get started. Now, one thing obviously we haven't looked at yet is the ports available for the device itself. I'll go through that in just a second. It includes Windows 11 straight out of the box, as most devices after October 2025 do. We have two USB-C ports here, a 3.5mm audio jack along with a HDMI port, two USB-A ports, and we even have a little lock port, which we haven't seen for a while. But this is the Lenovo 13W Yoga 2-in-1 Gen 3, and yeah, it's my favorite device.